Thanks very much. Members of the press, seated here is the Secretary General for the NDC, Mrs. Bridget Atanga. To my right is Professor Atanga, Chairman Education and member of the Central Committee. To my far left is Mr. Kasonde, member of the Central Committee and National Coordinator. My brothers and sisters, I called you this morning that we should discuss and make comment on one of the issues that is trending. I'm sure you have noticed that we stopped talking about KAMBWILI for some time because he has become irrelevant and he had left the NDC. Therefore, we thought there was absolutely no need for us to discuss him. I want to comment on KAMBWILI's statement in Bukushi and Serenje yesterday, where he was booed. In Serenje, he was badly booed that he failed to hold his meetings. I have a background that I know Mr. KAMBWILI slightly better than many of our colleagues. I was the PF Secretary General when KAMBWILI was just a member from Luansha, even though he claims he was part of the few that formed PF. That is not true. I was his boss. I'm sure you know, members of the press, that what has necessitated some of these comments is KAMBWILI's behavior. KAMBWILI is such a pathological liar. KAMBWILI is such a tribalist. I was the UPND President Special Assistant. I was Special Assistant to Aka in the Ichilema. If there was that amount of tribe in Ichilema as it is being perpetuated and lied about by KAMBWILI, I should have been the first person probably to talk about Ichilema's tribalism. I left UPND not because of tribe. I left UPND because Mr. Sata offered me a job, which I declined, and I had promised him that for that reason, I was simply going to go away from politics and let Mr. Sata run his reign. And I had promised him that I'll start farming and stay away from politics for as long as you remain president of this country, which truly happened, and I'm very, very proud that I'm a very successful farmer, extremely successful. It is a shame that Mr. KAMBWILI has now started meeting our Bemba chiefs. We know how Mr. KAMBWILI operates. It is a shame in the sense that we all know that even my own paramount chief, Chitimkuru, was actually a casualty of the PF administration. When PF came into power, Chitimkuru was almost being dethroned. And this was actually something that was spearheaded by Mr. Sata using Professor Nkanduluo. She's there today, the statements are there. You members of the press are very good at keeping your stories in your archives. You know the story of Nkanduluo and the Chief Chitimkuru. My advice to our chiefs is please stay away from politics. We are all your sons and daughters. And governments change. We started with UNIP. UNIP went. MMD came in. MMD went. PF has come in. And PF is going. There's no doubt about that. PF is going. Now, these chiefs are not politicians. They are not voted for. Right? These are basically, in fact, it's God's position for them. Okay? You are chief by birth. So please stay away from politics. We know poverty does not choose. But surely, even if you are impoverished, my chiefs, no. Even us who are in the opposition can help you. We are your subjects. Stay away from politics because we are also your children. That's my advice to my Bemba chiefs. The alliance is necessitated to comment on Mr. KAMBWILI's attack on the UPND Alliance President Hakainde Hichilema. First of all, there has been no meeting in the alliance that all talked about the reduction of civil servants to 50% for the sake of having that 50% go to the Tongas. He lied. There has been nothing like that. I have attended all alliance meetings. In fact, if anything, it's KAMBWILI who was running away from alliance meetings. KAMBWILI has never had 6 hours of sitting with Hakainde Hichilema to discuss anything. So leave Hakainde Hichilema alone, because KAMBWILI does not even know Hakainde Hichilema. He has never sat with the gentleman. I was Hakainde Hichilema's special assistant myself when I was in UPND. He does not understand Hakainde Hichilema, and he does not understand the decency and genuineness in that man's mind. Hakainde Hichilema is a very decent man. He has succeeded as an individual. Even today, when you say some people are kind, I don't want to mention names. We lived with them in this same country. Did they have money to give anybody? They didn't have money to give anybody. Today they are giving money because they are abusing state resources. We lived with them. Even beer, we were buying beer for them. And most of them, actually the entire hierarchy of PF, unless those who came later, I was their boss. I know their financial capacity. Today they can give money, yes, but they had no money to give. So leave Hakainde Hichilema's own personal resources, his own personal achievements, leave them alone. They are not for sharing. The money that PF is sharing is stolen money. Leave his achievements alone. Leave Hakainde Hichilema, the alliance president, alone. There has never been such a meeting that we are going to share. I mean, we are going, the UPND alliance was going to get rid of civil service servants at 50%. There has never been such a thing. Which meeting? Ask KAMBWILI to give us details of that meeting, because he has never sat in a meeting with Hakainde Hichilema for even 1 hour, one-to-one. They have never. So that is not true. That's why we say KAMBWILI is a pathological liar. And it pains that I talk about KAMBWILI because he's basically nothing. He's nothing. So we talk about him because he opens his mouth and he brings us into this conflict of interest. KAMBWILI should be grateful to the alliance president, Hakainde Hichilema, who supported him when he was at his lowest. In Bemba we say, there is nothing that Hakainde has done to KAMBWILI for him to say what he's saying. He supported him when he was at his lowest, before he was convicted, and when indeed he was convicted. He's a criminal convict, KAMBWILI. When he was convicted, we went with Hakainde Hichilema. In fact, Hakainde Hichilema, even when the wife, KAMBWILI's wife, was arrested for absolutely no apparent reason, I was with Hakainde Hichilema at Kabwata police station when the police arrested the wife and the daughter. And we fought very hard to release KAMBWILI's daughter. We had to go and see the vice president, Inonge Wina, for the child to be released. So KAMBWILI should not talk about things which are not true. And I can assure you that I'm going to follow KAMBWILI in the Northern Circuit not too long from now. I'll be trailing him. I'll be with him. Let him tell the people the truth. It is very shameful for the PF, in fact, and take this fact, the press, seriously. It is very shameful for the PF to proudly use a criminal convict, a prisoner, to campaign for a president. to campaign for President Edgar Lungu. Surely, what message are you sending to the world? You can get a convict to come and campaign for you to continue being a president of the country. Then you must be a team of uncouth behavior, all of you. You cannot use a convict, a criminal convict, to campaign for you. It is something that is very strange. You cannot. What type of a country are we? As UPND Alliance, and indeed as NDC, we call upon the international community, the European Union, the African Union, SADC, United Nations, and all accredited missions to Zambia, all the embassies, to inquire into this. You cannot use a prisoner to campaign for you. What message are we sending to our own judiciary? So basically we are saying they are irrelevant. You can go to court with a criminal convict, you steal, you alter documents, you are convicted, but still the president can come and pick you to campaign for him. What a message. So we call upon all these accredited missions to Zambia to take note of this serious omission. It's a very, very serious omission, both at law, morality, and whatever you can call it. President Edgar Lungu should actually relook into this and release KAMBWILI from his campaign circuit for him. He's a criminal. Okay? And one cannot call this a free and fair election, where you are using prisoners, convicts, to campaign for you. Under which constitution? And you can call it a free and fair election. It's shameful, very shameful for PF. Yeah. And PF, I think, I don't hate PF myself, but I don't like their conduct. Zambia does not belong to PF. Zambia belongs to Zambians. And the Zambians have spoken. They are saying they want change. Therefore, you cannot get prison at any cost to get a vote. Even KAMBWILI himself. Surely, if it was me, a convict, criminal convict, I came from prison, then I stand and say, no, let us vote for Edgar Lungu. He called him a dog from Chawama. Said Edgar Lungu is just a dog from Chawama. Not too long ago, it's on record and it was in the courts. Now, what has happened to the dog today? The dog can become a president, a drug dealer can become a president. Those are words from KAMBWILI. They are not my words. He called him a dog from Chawama. Today, a dog from Chawama can be campaigned for by KAMBWILI, a criminal convict. It is not fair. And we will not have free and fair elections to that extent. It is embarrassing, really. I have a lot of respect for Edgar Lungu. But you cannot use state resources and give it to a criminal convict to go and start campaigning for you. Those are state resources. It's not personal money. He's the president of the Republic of Zambia. He's our president, all of us. And I'm a taxpayer. You cannot use my money to give a criminal convict to go and campaign for you. And you continue taking my money as a taxpayer. That serious omission should be inquired by the accredited missions, especially the United States of America, because we are seeing a resistance of a president who wants to resist leaving office at any cost. And this is on record elsewhere in the world, I don't want to mention. So we're calling upon the United States of America to ensure that decency is restored in our democracy. KAMBWILI is a dangerous and cruel tribalist. This gentleman hates Tongas with a passion I do not understand. Look at his campaign trail. Each time KAMBWILI is campaigning, he does not campaign elsewhere. He's always in the Northern Circuit. And why is he in the Northern Circuit? To talk about Tongas. KAMBWILI never campaigns in Southern Province. KAMBWILI never campaigns in Western Province. KAMBWILI never campaigns in Northwestern Province. The other province which he had a comfortable ball game was Copper Belt, which is gone. Copper Belt, they don't even want to see him on the streets. All right? If he's a genuine politician, if he's a genuine leader, why can't he campaign in Southern Province? Go and campaign. Go and tell them in Southern Province that you Tongas are bad. Not too long ago, KAMBWILI was in Southern Province to apologize. When he said, and that was blasphemy, when he said, even if Jesus Christ came and stood with Aka in the Ishlema in Southern Province, Jesus Christ can lose an election. Is that a normal person? No. I doubt it myself, whether that's a normal person. So I think, KAMBWILI's hatred for Tongas should not be supported by well-meaning Zambians. KAMBWILI's tribal assault on Tongas should not be supported. And for his information, Zambians have said they want change. That's what Zambians have said. They want change. And that's the Zambians of all the tribes. Like it was just mentioned here by the national chairman. They want change. And the KAMBWILI should actually be, I think, advised that he should stay away from this politics of very cheap criminality. And the state also should actually know that you cannot use state resources and give it to a criminal and give him a chopper to go and just talk about a tribe. No, that is wrong. This has not happened. The 50% he talked about in Mkushi, about the civil servants, it's not true. It's not true. If he doesn't know, the UPND alliance is one of the best, the best alliance ever in this country. It has never happened. How many people are in the alliance? How many people are in the alliance? The alliance president is a Tonga. Look at the other presidents. Mutati is a Bemba. Akafumba is a Lozi. Okay? KBF is a Bemba. Count how many Bemba presidents I'm talking about. Dr. Mwansa is from Luapula, from Chifnabuli. Look at Simuyemba. Simuyemba is from the north. Okay? And Chikuse. Okay? So look at the outlook of this alliance. And please, for once, KAMBWILI, stay away from the alliance. Stay away from the alliance, because this is about the best alliance. It's got a Tonga president and the rest of the tribes. And what we want is we want to bring Zambia together. We want to rebuild Zambia and move it from a tribal controlled leader to a national controlled state. Look at Edgar Lungu, how many people are from Chipata in his administration? If you look, start from the judiciary, go to the Electoral Commission of Zambia, go to cabinet itself. What are those tribes? So gentlemen, Mr. KAMBWILI, my advice to you is that please stop it and take note that I'm with you. I'm starting the Northern Circuit and I'm with you. And don't bring in chiefs in this politics. And my appeal again to my Bemba chiefs is please stay away. We don't want to insult our chiefs. Now you are bringing the chiefs into an arena where we should start disrespecting them. We respect our chiefs. I come from a family that is loyal. I don't want to to insult a chief. Any chief in this country are people that we should respect. Thank you, members of the press.
Any questions?
Any questions?